So, welcome everybody to our first episode of the EPM Project Management Tips series on EPMI Cast. Today's topic to kick things off is to go over each of the EPM project phases and some of the things that we can share to ensure a successful outcome and overall successful project. So today I am very honored to be joined by a special guest, Paul Hahn, who is a director at EPMI and so much more. He has spent over 15 years in Oracle EPM on-prem and cloud technologies and has a unique skill set where he's juggled IT and finance responsibilities, even serving as the controller of a finance and accounting function. So the other reason Paul is on this call today is because Paul has also been one of EPMI's clients before coming to be part of the EPMI team. So we thought today we could go through Paul's experience and talk a little bit about, from the client perspective, as well as from an implementer's perspective, what are some of the key activities that really make a difference within each phase to ensure that we are all aligned for a successful outcome. So Paul, welcome to the episode today.
Thank you very much, Minnie, for having me. It's a pleasure. And I'd like to mention a repeat client for EPMI.
That is right. That is the goal, that we do good work and clients keep coming back for more. So thank you for that.
Well, let's start with the kickoff. For the kickoff, identifying the appropriate client team is important. I want knowledgeable subject matter experts or SMEs, decision makers, senior management buy-in, all this to facilitate project progress and user adoption, which will contribute to the subsequent steps and success of the project. It's also important to identify client technical and functional admins. These will be the people that perform the administrative functions once the implementation is complete and the system is turned over to the client. During this kickoff, realistic timelines has to be comprehensively communicated to the team. Implementations are not something that companies embark on every single month. And I've had team members that aren't familiar with the time requirements for each phase or the tasks that belong to those phases. So it's important to manage those expectations and start acclimating the team to the time commitments. Do you feel, Minnie, that some of those items that we've mentioned are important for a kickoff meeting?
Absolutely. I think it's really important to start things off on the right foot. So as a vendor, we often have a planning meeting with the customer, the project sponsors, and make sure that we are hitting the mark in terms of what is being communicated and the level of detail. So EPM projects, as you know, they vary in size and scale. So everyone is a little different. Each one is a little unique. And so there's a change management component. Sometimes we have these planning meetings and realize nothing has been communicated at all to end users that even a program is underway, or they have already been aware. So we encourage, as part of the kickoff, the client has an internal communication plan, and we're happy to assist in that. But it really helps to make sure that we start things off with the right attitude, the right expectations, because as we know, you've been on the client, you have a day job that has nothing to do with the project necessarily, right? So that is a key part of the kickoff, is managing those expectations.
Oh, absolutely. And those internal communications you mentioned are so important.